Zahidina.
I'm Melvin Yagaka.
And we are Cream. Chelsea rules everything around me. What a, I guess, weird week this has been for Chelsea fans. The last time we recorded, we were looking at 3 games. As far as we knew, we were gonna be 3-3 coming back here. Unfortunately, we came back 2-3. Not even a fucking draw.
Unfortunately.
So I guess we should start with those games. We'll talk about those real quick. Let's talk about that black man becoming potentially a half a billionaire in Kansas City. I'm very happy this is happening, and it's even bigger because it's, I think, the biggest contract in sports history. Like, just straight up, your team giving you money. I think that's the biggest contract of all time. Because football, not to say that they're notorious, but football money is not nowhere near. It's not basketball money. It's definitely not baseball money. It's definitely not soccer money. And somehow, some way, in one deal, you secured the biggest sports contract of all time, surpassing all those other teams. It's huge, man. It's huge because we're already speculating that Giannis's 2021 contract is going to be like 5 years, 250. So that's going to be huge. But until now, that black man, it's 503 with incentives. But I doubt it's like you have to make the Super Bowl 10 years. I believe it's more like a touchdown, playoff run incentive. So, and that's not even including sponsorships. So it's huge, man. The guy is
about to be a billionaire.
He could be potentially. He's looking at not only being a billionaire but potentially being the greatest football player of all time. That guy is like, I know as a Texans fan.
Deserved.
As a Texans fan, I know that man's greatness.
Yeah.
And it's beyond deserved, honestly. And he's a very humble guy. We had suspicion of him being a MAGA man. He kind of brought that bit down with the whole video that they did about the Black Lives Matter thing, which I really appreciated, because he easily could have just been like, I'm not comfortable, my brand, blah blah, like. But he really stepped up and was one of the main voices in that. And I think it's gonna be even more profound if, say, the season does resume as normal. Not as normal because they announced that they're gonna basically cut preseason games in half. But we don't know what's gonna look like, when the season actually starts. Seeing him potentially still carry that like Black Lives Matter torch, after signing such a huge contract, being. I believe with that contract we can all agree, like, Patrick Mahommes is now the face of the NFL. Like,
oh yeah, pretty much.
So if the face of the NFL, exactly, youngest person to win the Super Bowl and the MVP, for him to then take on that mantle of still wanting to push black issues forward.
Let's say like Lamar does the same next year. What kind of deal do you see him getting?
I don't think Lamar's not as good though.
He's not as good, but
if he gets a deal like that, what do you mean?
Like, let's say, because Mahomes, it was pretty much like his play, accolades, winning a title and everything, or Super Bowl, and Lamar, he's already won MVP, and let's say he now goes and has like another great season, wins the Super Bowl for the Ravens. Do you think now he goes? Because what I usually see with these quarterbacks is, well, he got this.
It's like the kids thing of like, well, he did this, so why can't I? And people are joking about the whole Dak thing. Dak was asking for 30, and niggas was looking at him like, "Are you stupid?" And somehow, some way, us seeing Patty get this $50 million, and we're like, well, it could have been a lot, but it could have been more.
Yeah, it could have been more.
I think it's all about, do you deserve it? I think Lamar's a diverse player. Unfortunately, I don't think he can sign a deal like this, and I think a better question that you could even ask is, what does this mean for the market? Does this mean that now the market's like looking at, now you can potentially pay your quarterbacks $50 million? Will all these big name quarterbacks look for that?
They would have to be Patrick Mahommes.
Patrick Mahommes level. The only other quarterback I can think of like right now that could potentially sign anything of that sort of money, not that long of a contract, but leftover money, even if it's like a short term one, is Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
I think Russell Wilson right now, if he gets an extension for like 3 years, because he's only like 34, 35.
Yeah.
He's around that age.
Mm-hmm.
He could do another 3 years. If they give him like another 3 years, like $120 million, I mean, I don't think anybody in Seattle would bat an eye. I just think they should, the money that you're not giving him, give them an O-line, and
Exactly.
and some weapons to, throw at and, take the ball for him to run. It's just going to be very interesting to see what the market is going to look like, because it was like the Neymar transfer kind of like shifted things in soccer.
Lot, yeah.
It shifted things in soccer because now it's like, okay, if he's making that type of money, if you're spending that much on one player, like, okay. Even the Ronaldo one wasn't as big because while Ronaldo's,
I think it was age 2.
Yeah, we were about to say, and it was also like Ronaldo, while he was a great player, I believe he had won Champions League by that time. He wasn't what he is now. Neymar has even played as good as he was in that Barcelona jersey as he has at PSG.
But when Neymar was signing for PSG, he was already at his peak pretty much. That's why it made sense.
That was the year of the 6-1, I believe.
Yeah, that's why it made
sense. That was one of the best performances I've seen a sports player have in the game. So I think this is gonna be a huge like deal breaker, and like, okay, like this guy's gonna start moving football into like, we want to be paid more. What was I about to ask? Because in basketball, Michael Jordan was like the first person that was like I'm gonna do 1 year deals and you're gonna pay me $30 million per year. And the thing is that $30 million is great, and that 1 year is even better because I'm gonna ball out and earn that $30 million plus, and then you're gonna have to basically pay me more the year after that to keep me, LeBron was doing that. This is just $50 million.
I will say with the Chiefs, how are they able now to extend like all these other players' contracts and all that?
But who else do they really need to extend though?
I mean, like Tyreek, Kelsey.
But those are the only two you can really name though.
Yeah, but even with this kind of deal,
because
$50 million,
they've done all that they've done so far with like not really big names.
Yeah.
Especially defensively.
But the big names that they do have are like.
But those are only two you can really think of.
Top 3 in their position.
Yeah, I mean, literally, like, yeah.
So it's like,
I think they'll find a way because they don't spend money in any other position. Like they'll.
So do you see this being like I guess like a blueprint for teams now?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know, because we've not seen this in sports at all. The only other team that I would think would even do anything close to this would be the Cowboys.
Yeah.
But I mean, I still think. I think, in my opinion, I think they're gonna give that. They gave Dak that 1 year, right? Is it 1 year, $30 million?
Yeah, but they would have to pay him more. I think it's a franchise tag.
Yeah, it's a franchise tag, $30 million. But
so next year the tag increases.
I do think
if they were to franchise,
they're gonna give him 2 more years in my eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And if them 2 years, not that it doesn't work out, because he's taken into the second round twice. Not saying that.
These are Cowboys, like,
yeah, and that's what I'm saying. It's not like they need him to win the Super Bowl. However, the team that they had last year should have won it all.
Yeah,
like one of the most stacked teams I've ever seen.
Even
and you go 8-8.
Stacked again.
Yeah, I mean, is it? They lost.
I mean, they haven't really lost.
Yeah, they haven't really lost any. I mean, they may lose their best cornerback. What's his name?
I don't even know.
But they may get Jamal Adams, so who knows?
Oh yeah. But with the Cowboys,
I think they're gonna give him 1 more year.
Yeah, they'll probably give him like 2 more years.
2 more years, and if it's looking like your peak is going to be what Andy Dalton was doing in his early years in Cincinnati, I think they're gonna move on eventually.
And now we're really gonna be able to see whether it was really Jason Garrett or.
Yeah, I mean, this year's gonna be the biggest tell of how good or how bad they really are. Because to me, I still think Mike McCarthy is a glorified underachiever.
Why? Because he had
arguably the best quarterback of all time, and you went to 1 Super Bowl.
So does this like kind of make this deal kind of puts Aaron Rodgers in a? You're not really all that anymore.
No, I don't think so.
I think it does.
I don't think so.
Aaron Rodgers never got a deal like this.
But Aaron Rodgers was never about the money, though. No, and I don't think Pat is. But I think it was one of those, like, like once again, like let's not forget this contract is an anomaly in football. Niggas don't get paid in football
because he's that good.
No. But this is the first. It's not like anybody has ever.
No, I see what you're saying.
I mean, I do think
this is more of like what you would see in like a basketball.
Not even basketball. This is like this 10 years.
No, not year wise, but like the full max.
Yeah,
teams don't usually give full max to anybody in NFL.
Yeah, like
you always have to give in.
But then there's also an extension because I believe you can give people an extension. You can give more money with an extension versus like just signing a fresh player.
Yeah.
So who knows? Like honestly, like who knows? I mean, my thing about Aaron Rodgers was like, I always thought Green Bay never respected him as much as they should have. So when you have a talent like Aaron Rodgers, I feel like you should have done everything in your power to have given him the best team. If you're not gonna give him the best team, at least pay him the money that you're not using to give him the best team. Something like they did not appreciate the talent that they had.
I will say it's also like you said, this is the first time we're seeing anything like this.
Yeah.
So I'm sure teams are never even really thinking to,
I'm not even money wise, but just the piece that they surrounded him around is just terrible in my opinion. There's no reason why Seattle went to Super Bowl 3 times, twice,
I think. Yeah.
And Aaron Rodgers only went once. Granted, it was only because Seattle was just a more stacked team. Are you gonna sit here and say Russell Wilson's a better talent than him? No,
not really.
No, he's not.
Yeah.
And after, are you gonna say, well, Pete Carroll's I think a better coach than Mike McCarthy? But by how much though? We don't know that.
Yeah.
But we don't, So I just think Aaron Rodgers was greatly underappreciated. Tom Brady was, contract wise, he was always willing to sacrifice money, because it was always for the betterment of the team. And I mean, we see that 6 rings. But he also was getting some money on the back end. We all know that, and sponsorships like fold.
And his wife.
Side note: we're watching the Leicester and Arsenal game.
His wife is making more money than him.
I mean, we don't know that. You don't know. We don't know. We don't know what that man's making. We don't know what that man's making on the table.
The type of pay cuts
we don't know what that man's making on the table. We don't know what type of deals Robert Kraft is making for him.
He's a MAGA man. I forgot.
That man's probably getting pay cuts. What was I about to say? But yeah, I mean, I think hats off to Patrick Mahommes. I already predicted that the niggas are probably going to go to the Super Bowl this year, and yes.
Well, actually, they probably will. Yeah,
yes.
They probably will.
I mean, they're in the AFC.
I mean,
there's
if Superman want to come back out.
I mean, I don't. I mean, that's you. That's you as a Patriots fan saying that.
You never know.
The issue is he's going up against a guy that at any moment could just go from 24.
But I do like how competitive it is going to be.
Yeah, I think the league's about to get crazy. I mean the league's been crazy these past 2 seasons. The season before
there's a lot to look forward to.
The season before this one that just ended was the best season I've ever witnessed.
What happened that season?
That was the season of the Patriots and Rams. Granted, the Super Bowl was anticlimactic, but the AFC was like stacked. The NFC was the Rams versus Saints. Even going down to that, what is now the infamous no call. Like, it was just one of the best seasons ever.
Is that one worse than Dax?
What do you mean?
Dax versus Green Bay. I mean, not Dak, Dez.
2-0, tough.
Oh, offside?
What are they calling? They may have called offsides. I mean, we'll see. Dak's first what?
Not Dak, Dez. What's more controversial?
No, it wasn't because he's definitely offsides, or maybe he's not. Who knows?
Might be. Yeah, he's offside.
Yeah. Who knows? Because what's it called? There was like 4 minutes left in that game. Aaron Rodgers. Melvin, you're giving Aaron Rodgers four. What? Okay, so we saw the last time the Cowboys played Aaron Rodgers in the playoffs. What did he do with 55 seconds?
That's different though.
It's not different. It's actually the exact same thing. 4 minutes for Aaron Rodgers to do this. He has that small drop back. I see you, just picking you apart. It was.
And you never know what could have happened.
I know exactly what's gonna happen. He was gonna work the hell out.
They could have messed it up on the kickoff. You never know.
I mean if that's the way that they have to beat Aaron Rodgers, I guess. But they
don't let him touch the ball.
Not me. It's like niggas just get like triple teamed like when they cross half court. It's like what am I here for? You know.
What's his name from the Rams?
Jared Goff.
No, triple team.
What do you mean?
Who gets triple team on the Rams? Aaron Donald.
Bro, Aaron Donald is like I felt so bad for him because his numbers went down. But
what's
anybody
crazy,
that watches football knows why it happens.
No, but what's crazy is when he's still able to
get back.
This is one man going past like 5'3".
And he's relatively short. He's not tall. Mm-hmm. He's not much taller than us. Mm-hmm. He's just a swole dude who technically
that dude's very strong.
He's just a swole dude who is technically sound. That's a terrible combination to have.
Like he's built to be like a guard, like guards like Zion or something like that.
Nah, he's way taller than guard. Mm-hmm. He's swole. Like he's
no. I'm saying
his muscles have muscles.
I'm saying like he's not meant to have that kind of size for what his physicality is, like how quick he is and all that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. You mean like with how swole he is, like he should be able to do that. Swimming moves, all of that. The fact that he can do that is just crazy. I don't think
that's pretty much all that happened in football. Right?
Football, right? Also, man, the Texans, we need help, man. Look, it's getting so bad that there's been rumors of potentially Antonio Brown coming to the Texans. And at this point, why not? Because if he comes and he is somehow able to some way keep a level head, and Njoku wants a trade, hey man, I don't mind a partnership of Njoku, AB, and then still having Will Fuller as a decoy. We're still not gonna make too much noise, and because
what's your running back's name?
Carlos Hyde is not. He's staying. No. Oh, David Johnson. He's not a running back. The guy's a paraplegic. Guy does not stay healthy. We don't have a running back this season.
Oh man,
we just don't have a running back this season.
That's really like the Barcelona Juventus.
Like Ramsey for Arthur.
No,
not Ramsey. Pjanic for Arthur. Yeah, like why? Like why'd that happen? We couldn't even re-sign Carlos Hyde. I guess. I mean, that's the only thing. I mean, I would want him if it were me. Because why not at this point? It's not like he's my first choice.
Yeah.
But who else are you getting? You're not getting OBJ because I think OBJ is gonna stay one more year with the Browns. See how that works. I think the Browns are honestly gonna wait one more year with everybody because they were the only other team that actually were considering Cam Newton. And that tells me that maybe they're kind of shaky on, Baker.
Baker, yeah. If it doesn't work out this year,
yeah, because I mean, I don't think it was all Baker's fault because he was missing his best tackle.
Like, when you draft somebody games, that high,
but some of them games he was terrible, man. Like, and Myles Garrett. I mean, Myles Garrett's gonna stay. Jesus Christ, people are so bad at this game. Myles Garrett's probably gonna stay, but yeah, I think the Browns are gonna wait one more year. And I don't think they're gonna. I mean, then if there's one team that will blow everything up, it's possibly the fucking Browns.
The Browns, yeah.
But
I mean, OBJ said he's staying, so yeah. OBJ said he's staying.
OBJ, I mean,
at least for this year.
Okay, here's my thing about OBJ. I don't think he's a hothead. However, he is like receivers that when your numbers go down, all you can really blame is who throws the ball at you because there's no other way you can get the ball. Because are you gonna say, oh, I hope that's not red card. All you can really say is throw the ball to me, and if OBJ is open or if he's not open, I mean, what else can you do other than just like hopefully get the ball? I won't say he's a diva. I mean, I just think he just wants to. He woke up, dressed up, got on the field, wore his helmet, everything to play football. So he wants to play football.
It's the fact that he's that caliber of a player and he doesn't even get that many throws towards him.
Yeah, and even if it does, it'd be over him. It'd be lead yeah. So I understand where he's coming from. However, I mean something that Andrew Schultz even talks about a lot. Like wide receivers get the ball 8 times a game, and that's a great game for them.
Yeah, that is very true.
If you get the ball 8 times versus there's like 50 plus touches. Oh, there's probably like 70 plus touches,
Damn,
per.
how is it fun for them?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. How is it even fun for you to get 8 touches out of 70? Oh, is it going to the thing?
Yeah.
Oh my God, VAR.
This is the first.
Wow, this is a 5th, possibly. We'll talk about that. You know what? Yeah, fuck it. Let's talk about that. We're watching this Arsenal-Leicester game, and the ref is actually going to VAR. Like, he's actually going to the board for himself to go look at it. I definitely think that he's about to get a red card because he looked at it for like 5 seconds.
Would you give him a red?
No. Oh my God, he is.
I would.
Yeah, like with how quickly he
just got.
Mind you, just got on the field. But I will. The thing is,
I would give a red.
The thing is, even if I
know what he was trying to do, it wasn't like he was trying to be dirty,
yeah.
But like it's a dangerous play.
Here's the thing now. We aren't mad about this because at the end of the day, we can only blame the ref.
Yeah,
we can only say at least the ref made that decision.
I want to be the one to blame. I want the ref to be the one to be blamed for this cause, not somebody that I can't even see.
So wait, was that you see? He was at the thing for like 2 seconds.
But VR would take like
VR was taking like 2 minutes.
They should do this more often.
What was the big holdup about doing that in the first place? Wow. Okay. Damn. I know Chuks is screaming right now. Let me call him.
See, here's the thing. I think it takes less time for like the ref because he saw it firsthand and he's now like
all he's really just trying to see it again. Yeah. Chuks, are you okay? We have you on the podcast. Are you okay?
That was a red. Chuks, that was a red. That was a red.
Hey guy, you guys have 20 minutes left. I mean, but the ref saw it, so you can't. I won't say you can disagree with it, but at least you can say at least VAR didn't hold you because the ref saw it. And then the ref looked at it again and gave him a red. We'd rather you win the game, huh?
We want you to win.
We'd rather you win the game. Look, you guys have 20 minutes left in this game. I expect you here. Look, your mic is already set up. Do you see that? It's okay. Your mic is set up. We're expecting you soon. Goodbye. But I really enjoyed that. Thank you. Wow. Maybe if
I wonder what led to that. Like, how come they don't do that more often?
What's his name?
Huh?
Who was that was about to come on? Was that Willick?
No, that was Maitland Niles.
Maitland Niles, yeah. He was about to come on, but I guess, like, he has to go. He has to put his jacket back on because now they're playing down a man. But yeah, what were you saying?
What was even the conversation?
We're just talking about VAR and how they find.
Oh yeah, I was just saying that I'm surprised they don't do it more often, or like how do they?
Like
I want to know what led to this conversation of how about you go look at it?
Yeah,
because they should do that more often.
The only ones I feel like a ref isn't needed is the offsides ones because it's just math. They'd be using the graph.
Yeah.
They'd be on the second coordinate. What isn't it? Quadrant. Right? Yeah, I haven't been in math class in years. Almost 3 years.
Yeah, I have no idea why.
So I really appreciated that. At that point, let's just transition to Chelsea. Let's start from the beginning and I guess make our way down. West Ham was what I would call an anomaly, simply because we've been talking about Rudiger sticking up the joint, and Marcus Alonso potentially being our worst defender on the field. And we had both of them on the field at the same time. And Chelsea, while we concede goals, we don't concede many goals. Yeah. In my opinion, like within one game. Yeah. Us conceding 2 goals is not say rare, but like I'm shocked when we concede more than 2 goals.
Especially to like a team like West Ham.
The teams that we've conceded 2 goals to were Liverpool, United twice, Everton, Wolves, Sheffield, and Norwich. I believe that those are the only times we've conceded to an Arsenal, but that wasn't not like a fluke. Yeah, we don't really concede 2 goals. So to not only concede 2 goals, but now 3. What was the first goal? We scored first. It was the the header from the corner. That was just kept bumping into the players, so he was out of position. Yeah. Tammy missing the clearance. Aspie's short ass is on the tallest player on the field. It was just careless. Wow. Wow, Leicester's folding. Wow. It was just stupid.
Oh, he was offside anyway.
The second goal was the one where Antonio played like he was fouled. Like he was fouled, and then so then our players for a split second turned off their brains.
But that's the issue. We do that way too often.
We do. We have those terrible laps of
it happened today again.
Concentration. Yeah. Which leads to Declan Rice getting the ball. He passes it to an open man on the right. He passes it just square in the middle because somebody forgets to guard Antonio. And then now it's 2-2. Oh, no, it's 2-1.
It's 2-1, yeah.
We scored what I think was a great free kick. I mean, you can't do anything about that.
Yeah.
And then on the counter, because Alonso wants to play, left striker, on the counter is Rudiger versus somebody else, and I guess Rudiger doesn't clock that the guy he's guarding is left-footed and shows him the left side, and he takes him on his strong foot and just slots into the corner to end the game.
Report before you come to
the game. You gotta know. I mean, guarantee he's a sub, I guess.
But it don't matter.
But you should have noticed how he was playing. Even me when I play,
it's not like you already know. It's not like you already know who's gonna start though.
I mean, but I'm talking about even on the field, you should have been noticing people's tendencies.
Yeah.
So even me that I play at high school right here, I already pick up. Oh, this guy likes going on this side. He likes going on this side. Just little things like that.
He did just come on.
No, he was there for like a good 10 minutes.
just came on.
He was number 7, right? He came out like 10 minutes before that.
He didn't really do nothing.
But I'm saying you have to pay attention to that, and you should know if somebody's that comfortable trying to go on their left, bro. Just be better. It's a 1-on-1 at that point. I don't even think you should be trying to show anybody. I'd rather him just do a little foul.
I will also say, Rudiger was also probably a worst performer of that game for us.
Yeah.
But that goal alone wasn't his fault.
It wasn't his fault. It was just he gonna show him his left foot.
Yeah, and that's fine.
That's like showing Messi his left foot.
Yeah, but before that even got there,
it was Alonso's fault.
Yeah, and it's not just him. As a team, we were pressing way too high.
I mean,
I understand
we're
that
the better
we're
team,
doing that. We're trying to win, but when you see a City or a Liverpool pressing that high, they always have that sense of urgency that. We have this in the back of our heads. We lose this ball, there's a chance to score. So they always make sure if we lose it here, we're doing whatever it takes to get it here right now. Not let it get all the way to the other side.
Yeah.
And I guess that's also with the fact that we're a young team too. I feel like with more experience, we start to understand, okay, in this type of situation, we gotta stay focused on going to score, but we still gotta remember they can score too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, because at the end of the day, you're not playing scrubs. You're playing people who play football for a living. Yeah. That game I felt was just defensive, small defensive lapses. Because I don't even feel like West Ham had I think Crystal Palace even played better than West Ham today than West Ham played against us. So I don't even think it's they were just a great team. I just feel like we just played stupid too many times. We played stupid 3 times and they and they benefit off them 3 times.
No, I don't think. I mean, personally, I don't think Crystal Palace played better. I think West Ham did play better.
Bro,
that's just me.
Crystal Palace when they were in the groove today.
Antonio was bullying Rudiger.
Bro, when they got in their groove today, Crystal Palace.
They were making them 1-2s. They were making them 1-2s and all that, but
go ball! Wow. That's tough. Jamie Vardy has now scored. It was this whole matchup has been piped up as the Aubameyang and Vardy matchup, and I mean, right after I say that, they literally show Aubameyang because they're both the two highest scorers. So now they both scored in this game.
It's a Vardy party.
Yeah. I mean, the biggest thing we're very much focused on this game because it kind of matters for us right now in where our placement. If this score stays this way, we are still top 3.
We're still top 3.
But I think we're a bit more secure.
Yeah.
If they lose this game.
I think we'll be a point away.
Yeah, we'll just be a point away.
But I was saying, Antonio was literally bullying. What's his name? Rudiger, and that's why I felt like we were more threatened by West Ham than we were by Crystal Palace. And that's offside. I will also say that today, like, we had this type of game where we were up 2-0, so we got a little bit comfortable. And they didn't really deserve the goals they got, or at least the first one.
The first one was
just like it was a dead ball. It was like a dead play, like it came out of nowhere.
Yeah. And
so it wasn't like they worked us in this.
If he did that in 10 games, that's not happening. You know, like it's one of those like okay, like it was a wonder goal for being honest with you.
He's offside.
I don't know. Who knows? We'll see.
Because he touched it. Wow.
But he could unless he's ahead of Perez. That'll be the issue if he's under Perez. But if he's behind Perez, it doesn't matter.
Join me in prayers.
Man, just
touch Perez.
I don't know, man. Just
VAR should help us once this season. VAR.
I mean, just come, man. We're waiting on you. We're watching the game here. We're watching the game while I was recording.
Huh? They called it
onside. They called it onside.
Wow.
They called it on, Sha.
That's crazy.
Oh, that's hilarious. Let me put this on Do Not Disturb so it doesn't do that again. But I mean, yeah, like you were saying, it was one of those wonder goals. But like I was even saying in one of the group chats today, was Chelsea has a thing of like giving teams hope. After that 1-0. Hope right before the half is over. That's been our a lot of the games that have been shaky has been because of that. When we went, like, say if City had equalized right before we right before the half, who knows what that game looks like?
Exactly, yeah.
What else? What other games do we have? Aston Villa, they go up 1-0 right before the half. They're coming out, a little pep in their step. West Ham is 1-0 right before the half ends on Rudiger stupidly clearing the ball out for a corner. What's it called? They score off of a header right before the half. Crystal Palace, if they go into the half down 2-0 or even 3-0, the game is over. The game is just over and done with, unless it's like a Sheffield thing. Well, even Sheffield were only up 1-0. Oh no, we're up 2-0, and then they came back 2-2. So it was one of those things of like Chelsea. We need to be better at killing off games.
Yeah,
it was something that we didn't talk about before the West Ham game because we were just winning. At least we were winning.
Yeah, we lacked that ruthlessness.
So now it's one of those things like we need to kill games now because we're giving too many of these teams hope. So we need to just do what we need to do to make sure the game is over and done with before niggas even think about coming back. Moving on to. On to Crystal Palace today.
Well, did you talk about...
Well, I mean, we already started with Crystal Palace, so we'll finish with Crystal Palace real quick. It's 2-1. From that 2-1 to us scoring 3-1, it could have been 2-2 in any of those minutes. Because Crystal Palace was coming. Crystal Palace was playing so ass before they scored that goal. And all of a sudden, once they scored, Zaha's now... Zaha always feels like he has, like, something to prove against big clubs because he's felt like he's been robbed of that big club move, for so long. He feels like, English teams don't really rate him. The England team has never called him up. He's always felt like he's been neglected. So after he scored that goal, he had a pep in his step. Jordan Ayew has pep in his step. Benteke is basically doing his best Antonio impersonation, trying to back people down and all that. So they had this huge, pep in their step. Lampard does what I thought were the better subs, which was Tammy for Giroud, which even I thought Giroud had a pretty amazing game.
Jorginho's sub was really...
Yeah, Jorginho's sub was really good.
Because
he also brings on ROC.
It controlled the game a lot more for us.
Yeah. Like him just being back there is like the orchestrator. I won't say we've
not
missed
that Billy
it.
was playing bad, but it felt more
you like there's levels to it.
Yeah.
Like there's levels to it.
He felt more confident in that role than...
Granted, this game was very much missing Kante. Like, Kante being out, you can feel it because
and he's probably gonna
Billy Gilmore being basically the last midfielder back is not what's going to help. because it felt like what we were doing before, as in like that double, don't force, that double pivot of what it was always like Conte and somebody else.
Yeah.
So it was Conte and Kovacic or Conte and Barkley, and then Mason Mount in number 10 was working because while there was a pivot with somebody else with Conte, that player was more than likely right ahead of Conte, and we were just 8 minutes extra time. Jeez Louise. The ball was moving freely and all that. So it was just a great system that we were working in. So with Conte out, it felt like we didn't have that stopper to help, our center backs and all that. So the last 10 minutes of that game was some of the most nervy minutes I've ever felt in my life.
Yeah.
They have the header that hits the bar. They have
whenever it hit the bar and they came across, I was like, "That's a goal."
I was like, "It's a goal." Like you even accepted that it was a goal.
Yeah,
I already accepted that it was a goal.
And then when they cleared it, I was just like, "Bro, like
on me." And then they didn't even show the build up. But then there was the Benteke one, and Zuma does that tackle that Tomori did earlier this season, to where he just comes out of nowhere from behind and just clears the ball from his feet.
Zuma Tomori partnership.
I mean, that's what we've been wanting that. Yeah. And we'll talk about Tomori later. There's been some news of him moving somewhere that we'll talk about. But it was way more nervy than it needed to be, because the first goal I felt like it was just like, okay, sure, you got that. But the second goal was just Christensen folding. It's pain. It's like those moments where you just like switch off. Well, I don't even switch off, or it's like a big thing about like how I play soccer is you have to make a decision. Are you going in or are you playing back? And his brain did both. He was like, I'm going, and then what that just led to Van Aanholt just taking him, and now Zuma has to get off of his man, and that just leaves Benteke open for a tap in at that point. It was just stupid. It literally was stupid. He could just, because I was you know what? I'll give Chris Fowles a lot of credit, because when you're down 3-1 in the 70th minute, you should be like, all right, like, we're probably not gonna win this game.
It's the fact that they score right after.
Right after the kickoff, they said we're going balls to the wall, and they came in right after that, and they did that combination, and somehow they score. And now it's another game on our hands, and we were just shaky. This was RLC's best performance so far, away from the assist. I just felt like he was just a bit more confident in what he did.
Yeah.
Reece James, I felt, was pretty good this game.
Yeah, he did decent.
I honestly, I don't. Other than Christensen's stupid flub, I just think defensively we were okay. I just felt like I don't think we had like bad individual moments other than that Christensen thing. I feel like as a unit we were just shaky. Yeah. And I feel like that's even more scary than individuals, because that means you could possibly like.
But if you look at how young like that whole starting 11 was, like, I'm not surprised that we would like see something like that. So with more game time, like
hopefully,
I see us,
and
like,
Tomori potentially being there than Christensen, I feel like it's a way better result.
One question I would ask you is, do you think switching to like a back three would help or no? No,
because we had this exact same lineup against Watford, and we kept a clean sheet, and that's the game that we'll talk about after this one. Yeah. It was just a wonder goal and one stupid defensive decision that led to us conceding 2.
And the fact that they happened at the wrong time.
Yeah, it just happened like in the wrong moments, Therefore, I think we'll see in the Sheffield game.
We'll see a back three in the Sheffield game, because Sheffield plays a back three.
They do, but
we usually play a back three when we go up against teams with back threes.
But I think that's only because like Lampard felt like he had to kind of adapt to other teams. I feel like he's kind of feeling himself a bit, like he's having a bit more pep in his step, and now I think he's getting to points where like he feel like teams need to adapt to us than us need to adapt to teams. Yeah. The only other teams that we really adapt to, in my opinion, are City. Like, when we play City, that's the only time that we're playing back and all that. Yeah. We play Liverpool. We don't give a fuck. We be pressing Liverpool. We don't care.
But Lampard's been different lately, because dropping Jorginho, like,
that's something that we'll talk about.
I think it's me. I have a little guess. I think it's the fact that he's gotten 2 of the signings that he wants, so he kind of feels a little secure in his position.
But he's not secure in the Champions League yet. So why start Billy over him?
No, it's the fact that you're secure in, like, okay, the board got players that I want, so I can prove myself next year if anything. Like, I have no pressure to. If I don't get top 4, they're not going to get me these players. Because they're already getting him these players now. So imagine what he can do next. And he probably already knows we're going to end up making Champions League anyways. Mm-hmm. But he's also changing the type of play style that, we had before we came into this season, which was having that Jorginho type player in the back, leading things through. But now, like, you see him playing more Kante there. Because he's trying to play quicker. Jorginho's not that quick.
So I think it's just Jorginho just doesn't fit the system. And
yeah, but why switch the system now? Why not?
Because this system's been the best system that we played in.
No. I'm saying as in we've played that in the other system. Mm-hmm. When with Jorginho playing at the center mm-hmm. from the start of the season till when we kind of stopped everything, mm-hmm. and we were still in like top 4. So why switch it now? Like,
because we were missing those.
We missed Jorginho for one game.
No, we're missing those wingers. Remember, we didn't have we were missing. I don't think that has anything
to do with the wingers.
Because he didn't trust in his wingers.
So I'm talking about the midfield.
So it matters because Mount was then playing out wide. So now that Mount doesn't have the pressure of playing out wide, now we can move Mount in the middle. We still have
Barkley,
but Barkley's not the number 10 that Mount is.
No, but I'm saying we could have played the 3 like Jorginho, because who was hurt? Who was hurt in the beginning, like prior to us coming back?
Pulisic was hurt since January 1st. Mm-hmm.
So it would have been a front 3 of like a Mount, Willian, and Giroud.
Yeah.
And then midfield will be like a Kovacic, Kante, and Jorginho. Mm-hmm. And that's what
and none of those players are number 10.
Exactly, which is what we're missing. Barkley was there still.
But Barkley's a number. I don't even count him as
because we don't even do a number 10 anymore. I think it's more so 2 midfielders are just going up and.
But Mount plays as a direct aggressor to the
Barkley
defense.
tries to do the same too. He's just not as aggressive.
No, I know. I think Barkley's what I suspect. I feel like he was trying to be a number 10, mm-hmm. and now he's kind of seen that like he doesn't need to be. He can just
mm-hmm.
be basically the assistant mm-hmm. to the midfield. So I felt like Lampard.
So you think it's just the fact that we have players back? That's what.
Yeah, I think we've always wanted that number 10. We've literally. I think that's.
I would say if that was the case when everyone was healthy in the beginning of the season, he still didn't play it that way.
I mean, it's also changing to the system also, mm-hmm. and also Kante was hurt. Towards the beginning mm-hmm. of the season also. Mm-hmm. So I think now that like he's been comfortable and like okay, this is what my team is, kind of healthy. Mm-hmm. Let's finally enjoy this and let me see what I really have always wanted to do, because we've all known that the system that Lampard wants to play is that 4-2-3-1. We've mm-hmm. always want, and for a while we had to settle for 4-3-3. So now we finally have the players to do 4-2-3-1. I feel like now Lampard's being a bit more expressive as to how he wants to be, which I feel like is the reason why he really wants Declan Rice.
I don't want him.
I mean, that's you, but I mean, Declan Rice can be that number 6 guy who is great defensively, and he can still be that midfielder for you, which Jorginho just simply is not. Jorginho is your number 5. Like he plays that number 5 instead of a number 6 role. Damn, this is how it feels to be top 3.
I'm dead.
Crazy. Hey, some people can't relate. All I'm saying is, I said that we were gonna be top 3.
That means United's not gonna be top 4 this week.
They're not. They're not gonna be top. No, they're not. Unless, but the thing is, Leicester plays Tottenham next weekend, mm-hmm. so that's gonna be a tough game.
Wait, for them. But they probably have a game before Tottenham.
They do. They have a few more games, but that's like their next
they have Bournemouth. That's an easy win right there. Bournemouth has been trash.
Yeah, Bournemouth's trash, man. I don't know how we didn't beat them this season. But like I was saying, I think that's why he wants a Declan Rice player, because I believe his true system is a number 6, mm-hmm. and then a Kovacic or a Barkley type player, and then that number 10, which I feel like is going to be Mount.
I feel like that's a true system.
Mount and Werner.
So
Mount and Ziyech, like basically battling for it, or Kai Havertz. So, because I already know the players that Lampard's linked to. Like, it's literally the same. The players are fitting in this current system right now.
Yes. So if you bring in Havertz, who does he come in place of?
Mount, unfortunately. That's why I think Mount's gonna be him and Mount basically like fighting for that number 10 position.
So it would basically be Kante, Declan Rice.
No.
For that number 6.
Fighting, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then you Kovacic is like the only for sure nigga that's starting. And Kante.
Oh, I was about to say.
Kante.
What's wrong with this guy?
First start from the midfield. Like, those are the two people that we know for sure are going to start in the midfield.
And then...
and now you have
the number 10 is
Kai Havertz and...
Will be the
Mount,
Kai Havertz.
Kai Havertz and Mount battling for it.
But if you're spending $100 million on a player, like, you're not getting... You're not putting him on the bench.
But the thing is, Lampard... We know Lampard's... I mean, he always does what's best for the team at any moment.
That is true.
So, I mean... And there's nothing bad in, playing different players,
Yeah.
And then I think Pulisic is
guaranteed starter.
Look. If there's one player on the field that's guaranteed,
it would be Pulisic, Warner, and Ziyech. Okay, that's interesting.
So I think that's the system that
Werner. That's
Werner. Yes, say Werner. Yes, to feel like you're international. Get me. So I feel like that's why Jorginho isn't featuring, because he's trying to transition into that system that he's always
Jorginho gone this season?
I mean, remember we were talking about that, around the restart and right before the restart ended, right before the season ended. We already suspected that it was going to be either Kante or Jorginho that's gone this season. Mm-hmm. And
every time you hear Lampard talks, he says Kante is one of the best midfielders in the world.
So that
means you already know it wasn't going to be him.
So if Jorginho is gone and we're flipping Jorginho, I don't mind.
But they said they're trying to sell like the whole squad for Kai Havertz. They said Batshuayi.
Okay.
Who else did they say? Emerson.
Okay, Emerson's gone though. Emerson's gone to Inter Milan. Like he's
but I'm just saying, like, imagine all the people that they're mentioning that they're selling Drinkwater, all these players. They're just selling all these players just to
get them out of here. I think Barkley's staying though.
I think Barkley's staying too.
Not only
he's kind of starting to prove himself.
I want him to stay.
He's starting to prove himself. Yeah, I'll say that.
So I don't mind my midfield being,
but then now it's so with Kovacic's position would be RLCS competition for that position.
I guess if he can prove himself. I don't like that Kovacic nigga is cold, man. Kovacic guy is cold. So yeah, I feel like now we have our midfield could potentially be.
This team might be too stacked.
Kai Havertz, Mount, RLC, Kovacic, Barkley, Kante, and maybe Declan Rice. Yeah. My issue with Declan Rice is what's rumored is Declan Rice may be getting switched out for Tomori, which I do not want. That's what the report said this morning. That we're looking at, if not selling Tomori, loaning him out there. Which,
don't even think about
fuck no. The only reason why people probably want Rudiger to stay is Rudiger does the recruiting. Mm-hmm. He's brought in Werner. Apparently behind the scenes trying to get Kai on board. Mm-hmm. But Tomori is my favorite center back, in my opinion.
Bro, we don't even need Rudiger as our agent. We already have Werner as our agent. Come through.
I personally would want Tomori and Zuma to be my number 1 and number 2 center back next season.
I want to see it.
And then I'd rather you switch out Rudiger for Declan Rice, and then Declan Rice could not only compete for the number 6 role, but also for center back, which the report said if it's up to him, he wants to play center back. Like he said, I do not want to play midfield. So
interesting.
So there's so many different combinations that Chelsea's looking at, but it all has to fit under Lampard's system, which I feel like if Lampard's system,
maybe I'll say leave Rudiger for maybe a year.
I don't think Declan Rice is necessary. Let me start with that. Declan Rice is not necessary.
Yeah. I would say leave Rudiger for a year. Help the new Germans settle in, and then
you got to teach him English.
Yeah.
And then dip off. And then maybe Declan Rice comes next season. Who knows? Because he's young too. He's same
he's
age as Mount.
Yeah.
So even for waiting for one more year, and then then you swap.
I just don't. I'll say like all these players that are being mentioned, they're good. Like all these English players, but I don't really buy all the hype in all these players. Like,
yeah,
the way they speak of them is like these are the next. I don't know.
But that's how all English players are talking.
I know,
about,
but that's what I'm saying. Like, so when everyone is being talked about like that, every young English player that is coming up is being talked like that.
Yeah.
We don't even know who's actually
who's the good and who's the mid or the bad.
Like for example, I mean, Foden, like he's actually pretty cold. That dude's like
niggas are talking about him like he's better than Mason Mount, bro. Stop the cap.
He's right there with him though. I will say that.
Yeah,
but Mason's different though. Mason's different.
I feel like,
but Foden is also the fact that he's playing with literally the best players in in all their positions.
So there's so much pressure off of him.
It's not even the pressure. It's just like when you practice with people in such a high level, like you're only gonna improve with them. That's true. Like that. Like the standards are set for you.
And we have Kevin, we have the best player in the league playing right next to you.
Yeah,
you can't fuck up.
Yeah.
And what I meant, like the pressure's off of him is like you have to. The teams are very much concerned about Kevin De Bruyne.
Oh yeah.
And Gundogan and all these players over you, so you're able to like express yourself a bit more.
That too. I was looking at more so the fact that like you're in training. Like these are the guys that they're pushing you.
Yeah.
And you're trying to push them back. Like imagine Alonso is who you have to go run around. That's easy. Push his look at Alonso like hey,
goodbye.
And then if he was playing for City, Kyle Walker is right next to him. Like,
can we talk about Pulisic right now, man?
I mean, he's doing great. My thing is I don't want too much like I don't want to give him too much of a spotlight. He's playing as great as he is right now, and I don't want him to I don't want to set this like such a high bar for him to be like the next Hazard or whatever. I just want him to be him.
I want him to be him, but however, he's setting a high standard himself.
Yeah, but like it's more so like
with like literally
with him being American
ever since the restart, it's been he's the next Hazard.
Yeah,
he's supposed to replace him.
I don't like
and
that.
because that was already what people were saying coming in.
Like he's the Hazard,
like he's the Hazard replacement. Yeah, but look, Hazard was the best player in the league every year that he was in the league until he left. Other than Kevin De Bruyne and like the Liverpool boys, nobody was touching him. To I guess expect a 21-year-old to eventually get there is high praise. I do think he could be there. I'm not saying with how he plays, I think he easily could make it. Not easily, but the way he plays, like the direct
he has the
and
potential
like
for it.
he's like attacks you, but like how like somebody will go with the ball and like they'll just touch a bit too much and the defense will get it. Never happens. He's right enough.
I'll be getting scared a little bit. I'll be like,
he's shifting niggas like,
and then next thing you know, like he's right past him. I'm like,
bro,
see, that's the thing. That's why I'm saying like that. When I see him play, I feel a little scared because I'm like, I feel like he's about to fuck this up, but he doesn't. And then I'm like,
that goal he scored today was just like. You shouldn't put him on a 1v1.
No, I don't think he had that in him. That's the thing.
No, he did that in his hat trick.
No, I know, but I'm saying like, see, that's exactly what I'm saying. Like when you see him do that naturally, okay, that's once every 2 years. But he does it again, like more consistently. I think it's one of those like when you're seeing a star being born, the more you like see him do that, the more you get used to it. You're like. Yeah, that's just what he does. But the early stages, you're like
we didn't even know he was this direct.
Exactly.
Like he was direct before, but lately he be 3 defenders.
No, now he's like even more confident.
3 defenders, hey, shit. That's only 3, because that 1v1, like I already knew what he was about to do. Like that 1v1, I was like, I felt bad for the defender. I was like there's literally nothing you can do right here because whatever foot it's on is going in. And it was like the situation. Like he just played a neutral defense. He couldn't take it left. He couldn't take it right.
But that's exactly how it is. Like we are seeing a star being born. So it's like we've never seen, like you could look at Hazard highlights and like I've seen him do that before. And then whenever you actually see him do it in a live game, you're like,
oh my gosh,
it's not that big of a deal. Like but when you've never seen Christian Pulisic do anything like this before, and then you now see it. You kind of like, you start looking at it a little different until it finally grows like on you and then you get used to it.
I guess to slightly touch on the what's it called game, the Warfare game. I thought we played exceptional. Yeah. I thought we should have killed the game.
It was one of those.
The game should have been 5-0, and that was my only complaint. Mm-hmm. We should have beat the hell out them boys. What was the first goal? I thought was amazingly set up by.
Who scored the first goal?
That was Giroud. Mason Mount as being just this orchestrator of the offense. Mm-hmm. I love it, and basically Barkley just being his assistant. I love it. Just 1-2.
Drew said he loves playing with Barkley. Drew said he loves playing with Barkley.
Yeah, because what I've always said about Giroud is he's not a flashy guy. Mm-hmm. He's not gonna take 3, but he's gonna be where he needs to be. And if he's not, he'll just lay the ball off.
He's a veteran.
Simply.
He's played the game long enough. Mm-hmm.
So just like the goal he scored against Watford was amazing. Like amazing and like simple. Mm-hmm. Simple, get your job done. The goal he scored today,
it was very
simple,
professional.
Get your job exactly. Mm-hmm. He's very professional. Mm-hmm. Even the goal today, I mean, great shout out to Cahill for I don't know what you did.
Bro, I can't tell you how hard I died when I saw that.
I was like, what are the odds? Like, literally, what are the odds that you would literally do this?
No, it was the way he fell as well.
Yeah, he just fell. And William did not even look back.
No, but he never saw it. He never saw it.
But William didn't even, like, obviously.
But you're not supposed to.
No, I'm saying, as far as William thought a defender should be on him.
Yeah.
He didn't even, like, shield the ball. He just kept going. And I mean, people are saying there's no sportsmanship, like,
but that's why I'm
that close to the goal.
But that's why I'm saying William didn't see it, so you can't say that's not sportsmanship.
No, I'm saying like they feel like the people that did see should kick the ball out. Fuck out of here. That ball was like first of all, let's be honest. William's about to pass KO up and make him fall anyways.
You never stop on those plays, especially like 2 seconds away from scoring.
Yeah.
Because even if KO stayed up, William was still ahead of him.
Yeah,
he probably would have still been able to.
William's gonna pass him by regardless. I just feel like the way he did it, unfortunately, led to that. Mm-hmm. But back to that Watford game, and then we had once again Pulisic keeps drawing these penalties, just being Pulisic's a terrorist to defensive lines.
He's too quick for them. That's the thing.
And the thing is, like, it was a necessary tackle because the other guy, the guy was actually defending him because he got him the ball, but because you were just so scared as to what he was about to do next. He did something stupid. And then, we didn't score until, stoppage time in the 90th minute, which is Barkley just nice little 1-2.
He had a great game, too, yeah.
Yeah, Barkley's been playing well just in general lately. And it's so funny because I remember that penalty he missed against Valencia.
Bro, I wanted to send
we all said, I never want this guy to play in a blue jersey ever again. Oh my! They showed the Cahill goal.
Bro, I'll never not die at that.
Yeah, that was hilarious. Like he just fell over.
Cause I was like, huh? What just happened?
Like what did just happen? Barkley played well in that game. Mm-hmm. Even leading to this game, I think we played well as a team up until they scored that 2-1 goal. And right now we're top 3. We should have already been here. We should have 63 points.
If we had won against West Ham, we're 3 points away.
We're 3 points away from, potentially 3 points away from City, even though they have a game in hand because they lost to Southampton. But I guess that doesn't really matter because...
But this dude can never smile.
Who? Lampard? No, Lampard is like so professional. Yeah. I believe he's not going to smile until the season's over. Because I feel like him coming into this role, there was just so much pressure on him.
There still is.
Well, yeah, I'm saying just him as you've coached for 1 year and now you're gonna coach for Chelsea. Or you guys aren't even gonna be good because what's it called?
Your best player just left.
Best player just left. Y'all don't. Y'all have a transfer ban. Can't even get anybody. Blah 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 blah. Y'all are gonna be asked. And the fact that he's here, third place with 6 games left. No, what was that 4 games left?
There's 4 games.
4 games left.
I will say that there's no other manager that we would have gotten.
But I'm just saying
that would have under those conditions that you just mentioned. That would have put us in the situation we're in right now.
Yeah, who knows?
Third place.
Because the fact that he took not liberties, but he took chances on the academy players.
Yeah, and these are academy players that he's worked on.
Yeah,
he's they looked up to him as young like kids. I don't think granted Pep is one of the best managers ever. But even if you put Pep in there with just this squad coming into this season, I don't think he does.
I don't know about that.
I don't think he does what Lampard did. I think it was more so they know this guy.
Like they want to play
Tammy
under
Abrams
Lampard.
Tammy Abrams still like says to this day, I still feel starstruck whenever I see Lampard. Like,
yeah, like they were playing for an idol. So I understand.
So
that.
you don't want to disappoint him. They looked up to Lampard more than they do to Pep.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
most definitely.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I won't say that Pep wouldn't have done it.
I mean, you never know what could have happened.
However, the fact that he did this second year coaching under these circumstances.
Like if you finish top 3 in the Premier League on your second year,
people calling Chelsea trash is like, I guess I understand banter is the thing, but like sometimes you have to just like give it up. Like you really just have to give it up because going to this season, are you gonna look at Chelsea squad and United squad plus them adding Bruno and saying that we have a better squad than them? No. So the fact that we're here now, it speaks volumes. But speaking of United. They're on fire. They haven't lost a game since the restart. Bruno seems like he could be the best player in the league.
I think if we did not have like this pandemic happen, you don't see United playing the way they are.
I don't think we do either.
We don't play the way we do either, but they got more of an advantage off of this break than we did.
I think that's him.
And the reason why I say that is because they have more key players missing than we did.
Yeah, they were missing. Well, they were just Pogba, Rashford.
Yeah. And so that kind of like helped them out with everyone being healthy now.
Yeah.
And then adding Bruno Fernandes too. So it's
that
like,
Bruno guy is. Mm-hmm. That guy is something, man. That guy is cold. Like
he's changed a lot for them.
That guy is like, it's one of those. Like, I hate saying good things about United, but that guy is cold. Like just watching him, like how fluid he is. Guy, like he's amazing.
Yeah, if you take him out, they're not all that.
Yeah, they're not because Pogba is great, but unfortunately Pogba doesn't change the game. I don't think how Bruno does. But I think they're still gonna lose one of the next. Yeah. Was it 5
They're
games?
not winning out.
They're definitely not winning out. They're gonna lose and they're gonna be so mad. There's gonna be some trash ass team.
That's all they have left.
And the thing is, they're gonna play Leicester, and I would not be surprised if they lose to Leicester, or at least drop.
I need that.
I hope it's them and Leicester 4th and 5th, and it comes down to that game, and they.
And then you have Arsenal slightly at 6.
Yeah. No, do you know what I want to do? Like, come on, kneel down. This guy opened his mouth last week to say he'll take Traore over Pepe.
But here's the thing.
Here's what? Talk.
The thing is, like,
is what?
You don't win every game now.
That is the excuse now. Bro,
Navi
opened his mouth. Jimenez. Traore. Tell me where they were the last game.
I mean, like I said, you don't win every game. You guys just got lucky too.
We got lucky.
Yeah.
This guy's no ball.
I think personally they played.
They played once.
But you guys
slightly how?
You guys
did you watch?
Yeah, but you guys just had a better like opportunities.
I'm saying one of these days this guy will be undressed. Somebody's going to undress him, and it's not going to be me. You don't know ball at all, bro. Like I feel like Melvin is always trolling every minute.
Who's worse, him or Harina?
Bro, it's Melvin, because bro, Melvin does it in such a cool like Melvin does it like he really doesn't know. Like he's really naive. He's like a little girl.
Cool guy Mello.
Yeah, he has like a quiz like cool the donkey is better than Bellerin. Oh god.
But you guys got lucky though.
How you feel about you guys,
squandered
right 5-game unbeaten streak?
Bro, tell me we shouldn't have won that game.
Yeah, you guys deserve to. I wanted you guys to win.
No, not about wanting. Just banter aside, bro. Tell me that we should have won that game.
You have more key chances, like a Z.
That first half.
The first half.
Remember the second half, man. Yeah, they played now. Then their goal was an offside.
No, it wasn't.
Bro, Perez touched that
ball. We don't know that because from what it looks like, it was like they don't know enough to call it.
No, but you saw Perez's.
But
these idiots.
These guys that can zoom in the screen.
These idiots. So those of us that can see it from the house, it's now referee that has computer and there's drawing line like his technical drawing. That cannot see it.
60-year-old Mike Dean. That
are you film major? So you cannot zoom Mike.
I didn't get to zoom.
Bro, everybody with 2 eyes. Bro, tell me that thing touched Perez, bro.
Yeah, That's not a split move.
And also
Oh my
but
days.
Did they say even? They said if he touched it,
If he did touch it,
He's offside because Vardy was already. Bro,
was
look, Vardy was already offside from the first pass.
Not the first one. Not the first one.
Loki,
The first one,
bro,
Vardy
his
was
hand.
He was,
His hand was already offside. Then Perez now touched it, adding to the next offside. Ah man, come on.
I agree with Perez, but not the first one.
I mean, the red card, man, in slow motion.
Like, yeah.
Man, in slow motion, that thing is horrible.
And I
But
like literally
he
were
didn't
watching
go
it
in,
live,
yeah.
and right when he went to the thing, he looked at it for 1 second, and once he looked,
Yeah,
at
once
it,
he came back, I knew it was.
a
No,
red card.
when I saw it in slow motion, I'm like, yeah, the boy is
It's
off.
already a red.
Like,
But
if you look
it
at
wasn't
it,
intentional though. I will
no,
say
it wasn't.
that, yeah.
I mean, but you
But
see
it
in slow
happens.
motion, like you saw how
Yeah.
the guy's leg like bent in. I was like,
Yeah.
nah, it's counting. This one
But-
does.
I don't even do that.
In
VHS,
outdoor.
And then
No,
now say
my-
this. Now say, what'd I do?
No, that's what you're supposed to do. Me? I didn't touch you.
No, man, footballers are really actors. Like, what? Niggas
No,
be...
the worst one is I did. Like,
Nah, that
Bro.
is the worst.
this dude, like, no one would touch this guy. He'll just fall.
Hey!
I did anticipate the pain.
Yeah,
Bro.
he does.
Like he already knows what you're supposed to do. Even if you move your leg, in his mind you've already injured him,
Yeah.
and you'll be on the floor. Well, we should have drawn that game.
I mean, but you guys play. What was the game before this? Before Wolves.
Played Norwich.
How you feel about that game?
We won them now.
I'm be glad you know how does it feel?
It's good.
It feels good. Okay, and what?
There's Spurs next, right?
Yeah, you have Spurs next, and then what? Liverpool.
We're watching that game.
Spurs.
They're making jollof for us, right? In the NLD.
So, how high are your expectations for finishing the table?
Bro, we can't even make it Champions League.
You
Now.
can make
It's
it
just
Europe.
You can.
nah. It's that one is too much buts, ifs and ands. It's
Yeah,
just
there's
me.
too much
But I told you
ifs
guys,
and
just personally, I just want us to play well.
The reason why I said there is like a chance is because a lot of these teams that are ahead of you are playing each other, like United and Leicester
I mean,
play
if
each other.
if we had won this game, we would have been in a better position.
Yeah,
But
obviously.
if Wolves win, they'll go ahead of us.
Yeah, they'll
Yeah.
be.
Or they're already ahead of us.
Yeah, they're already ahead of you guys.
But for example, Leicester and United are playing. That's drop points.
When
somewhere.
next game?
No, that's
No,
the
at
last
some
game of the
point.
season.
At some point. There's also Wolves and who's Wolves playing? We have to play Wolves.
Yeah, we have to play Wolves.
So there's a chance we could also make Wolves drop points. So if you guys win out, because who do you have left? Just Tottenham and Liverpool, right?
Yeah.
Just
He said just like these
I
are
mean,
easy.
the
easy
thing
games.
is, with Mourinho teams, I don't know. This season they're not playing well. And then
Man,
Liverpool,
Lacazette.
Liverpool have nothing to play for.
Bro, they need to
But
just.
Lacazette
sell-
played well though.
But I mean, as a number 9, you know, it's not as
He
if they
played
picked
well.
him up from DHS now. No, for
Looks
for
like
that
Quadri, man.
amount of money.
looks like Quadri.
Like how many chances do you give him before he will score? Like that first one, that's Michael Steve. I'm
That was
like,
a
why
good
you not
save.
roofing that thing? Why are you
That
playing
was a
it
good
down?
save, though.
And he's left-footed too.
He's right-footed.
He's
He's
right-footed, but
strong
it was on the
leg.
left leg.
No, it wasn't right.
No,
He
it was
cut it and
right-footed.
turned. It was right
Yeah,
leg.
it was a right leg.
Didn't score. I don't know, man. See how
He
this
scored
guy.
last game. That goal he scored last game
Bro,
was
we
great.
need the goals every game.
Really?
Did you see, bro? I'm telling
Like
you, bro.
Christian
If,
Pulisic.
if they had brought in Cho would have
We are done with.
Rabona that
Oh,
RLC.
you saw what RC did.
Yeah, if I don't think I did that if it was Cho.
He said with a no look.
I don't know. Look, RLC doesn't have any flavor on pitch.
Yes, he
Bro, you guys
You see that little
Yes.
chip?
We even escaped the draw
How did we
today.
escape?
No, what do you mean?
We played amazing today.
No, I'm saying, what them that last chance,
Bro, I was
Palace.
scared.
What
of
last
that. I was scared. I won't lie.
Bro.
You know whenever he posted came
Bro,
across,
I thought no Zaha. That guy is what they call a mid-table baller.
and the thing is,
Put that guy on a team that
he
needs him
wanted
to do
show,
that.
He wanted to show up as soon as it was like 3-2. He wanted to like.
Yeah, bro, he actually did.
Bro.
He was.
No, he's playing good the whole game, but
Who
like
was on that? I mean, it was Aspie.
On the left side.
Bro, the guy was peppering Aspie, man.
But
I mean, he's way faster than him. Though.
but like I was saying with Zaha, he's always been he's been expecting his big club move.
Now he can't
For
because
years.
everybody knows that put that guy on a big club.
But you know, a talent like him, he would have expected like to have moved
No.
up eventually.
I feel like it's
So
political.
he's felt
It's
like,
not. It's
don't
not.
think it's political?
Nah, it's just, bro. There's some players you will look at.
But that's you. But I'm saying like for him in his position, he's been linked to so many big clubs and he's never gotten that move.
But
so
that's the
every time
thing,
he comes to
though.
a big club, that's when he wants to start.
That's
showing
the
out.
thing, though.
But let it be Norwich.
Big clubs have probably come for him. The guy
price
himself
tag is
knows.
We almost went from in January.
His
Us
price tag
too,
is
we
like-
tried. It was either him or Pepe. But that kind of player
Yeah.
will come now and you will not see anything again. because it's just like who self. It's just like in basketball, bro. You have one, let's say one player like Zaha is a good player on a very bad
So
team.
you're talking about
He's going to look good now.
Yeah, okay, I see what you're saying.
Like he's always going to look good because, bro, the attack is just give it to Zaha and everybody just
get
find.
out the way.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying
just
now?
be available.
One man
I'm trying to
offense.
think of an NBA player that was balling in one team and then went to another team and they just fell off. But I don't know if it was necessarily a star of the team. Maybe like I don't know, like
Tobias Harris.
But he hasn't really fallen off. It's just there's too many players around him.
But like you can see now, that it's not the same. He's not having the same
But
numbers.
there's only so much you can do when you have Embiid as
You
your
mean when
number
they
one
pay you
option.
180 million?
No, but
Even-
Embiid's your number one option. You
even
still have Ben Simmons.
even Melo, bro.
Yeah, I mean Melo. Yeah,
Nah,
maybe.
Melo was playing great at the Knicks when he first moved.
Well, how far did they go in the playoffs?
Second round. How?
So that's great.
He went to the West Conference Final one time. You made it seem like he was getting like.
But I'm just saying there is like
But I get your-
But I get your point.
big egos like that. If
Yeah.
you don't bring it down, someone like Zaha now come to Chelsea and will think he's Hazard. He will
Yeah.
tell everybody to give the ball to him because bro, you have Jordan Ayew. I watched that game. How many times did Jordan Ayew even have it? Bro, the goals that Jordan Ayew is their highest goal scorer.
Yeah, 9
Like
goals.
Zaha wants to be the one to control everything. So that kind of player, he turns up. I won't lie, but it's just big team. He'll come and he'll be a mess. But the guy was really peppering Aspi towards the end of the game. I said, Jesus.
This is a question some people are asking me of what we're talking about. Would you take Luka or Jimmy Butler?
Right now, look, I don't sit now.
No, okay, for this season so far.
Look, I
Still
don't
Luka
sit.
Doncic.
He has
Why?
his MVP. Like
Why?
he's top 5 in the league right now,
No, he's
bro.
not. No, he's not.
Based on performance, bro, he's almost averaging a triple double.
But this is the thing. That's only on one side of the field, on the court.
So you tell you offense
But
or
he makes-
defense? What you pick?
I say he makes more of an impact on the game than.
Nah,
I'll say
okay.
that.
And I will say
Because if you say Jimmy,
Bro, see,
then where
let
was
me-
Jimmy last
See,
year?
let me.
when he was balling out against Kawhi,
Balling out against Kawhi.
Yes, he was balling out against
Don't let
Kawhi.
me bring Stevie here.
He was balling against Kawhi.
See, let me tell you, in basketball,
The thing is, this guy's so funny because he was first meant to say Jimmy was giving Kawhi buckets. Now he's
No,
Jimmy
I said
buckets. Nah, but Jimmy actually gave Kawhi buckets.
Yes, he did,
Bro, they were so lucky.
bro.
Because
He lost
Bro,
by
but
he lost by a triple bounce.
Yeah, but the thing is, Jimmy didn't do anything.
Jimmy-
like,
When Jimmy had the layup on the other side.
yeah, he had the layup.
What
He
are you
actually
talking
tied the
about?
game up.
why did he have 40?
I'm finna get Steven on you, dog.
why
Continue.
did he get 40? Like,
Nah, bro, take a look at any day. What kind of question is that?
I'm taking Jimmy just
Why?
strictly off of he's a two-way player and he's proven himself.
You
in the
need to stop
playoffs.
hanging on to these Chicago Bulls.
You need to stop it, bro. Look
He's a
at.
two-way player.
Yeah, so I'll tell you that offense will win any day.
No, it won't.
Over
Look at the
defense.
Rockets.
Especially in this era.
Look at the Rockets.
But just
Especially in this
one man that is carrying the offense now.
What do you mean? You guys have Russell Westbrook now.
I'm saying, have you seen in the playoffs yet? You've not exactly. You've not seen the playoffs. Bro, I'm telling you, once they're doing that parade, if I see you anywhere near downtown, I'm going to shout for them to beat you. Bro, during the parade, bro, when I'm trailing beer to Westbrook, I'll see this one doing like this. I had to call security. Hey, come and get this chap
God.
out of here. What? When Westbrook wins finals MVP?
Well,
Without fans too. They'll be playing Nipsey Hussle. They'll be playing prime Nipsey Hussle.
This is the worst for.
Nah, bro, I also think why I like Luka too is just like if you, I don't like you saying this, but if you play 2K, there's something about the way Luka plays
Oh yeah.
that you can't even you
it's-
can't even make his play style, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, he's
I see
6'8",
exactly what you're saying.
he's 6'8", and he can create his own shots. Not just create his own, he can create difficult shots. See,
you ever
those
tried
step
guarding
backs.
Luka? Have you ever tried guarding Luka like on 2K? This dude is they
Bro,
make it so
the
hard
guy
to
is
guard.
something else, bro.
And he doesn't
bro,
do anything special.
Bro, let me highlight it. He can dribble, create his own shots. He can get teammates open. Then he can space the floor. It's not as if he's shooting mid-range, shooting from 3, and he also gets rebounds. People act like he's just a stick on defense. Someone that is almost averaging a triple-double. What else do you need? What would Jimmy Butler do? Jimmy Butler was fighting with the guy from the Pacers. What's the guy with the braid? That game that he got ejected.
TJ Warren or-
yeah, TJ Warren.
TJ Warren, and he had just 6 points. Come on,
But
fighting with
Jimmy's always trying to fight somebody.
Jimmy's all about
exactly,
the
bro.
action.
Fighting with someone that looks like he sells swishers. Luka will never do that, bro. The deal with Jimmy Butler is he's just an aggressive player. Mm-hmm. Even when he was at the Timberwolves, people like that, man, they call them dogs. People like Pat Bev that will just irritate one player the whole game.
But he can still drop 30 and guard your best player.
But he's not. But the thing is that he has to work. Bro, Jimmy Butler cannot create as good as Luka. Bro, there is no defense. There's no defense.
Can get 30 without breaking.
Bro,
but he's also not guarding your number 3 option.
But I'm saying, that's what you have put to do that.
Okay. But that's why I'm taking Jimmy.
My whole thing is even.
So you rather him guard the best player and give you 11, 5 and 1.
Who's giving me 11, 5?
Jimmy Butler.
He's not giving me.
Bro, what's Butler is not averaging higher than 21 points this season. Go and check it.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, Jimmy Butler is not averaging. Bro, Tyler averages one babe a game. Bro, Jimmy Butler is not averaging more than 21 points. I'll shall say maybe because I also like the Rockets. But defense does not win you anything, bro. It's offense.
This year he's averaging 20 points.
What did I say? He's not even averaging 21 points.
45% from the field, 7 and 6.
7 was rebounds.
27 and 6.
Yeah, I gotta check what Luka is averaging.
I mean, but that's offensive stats.
That's like 30.
But it's offensive.
Yeah, let's
look at defensive stats.
Let's look at defensive stats.
Where do you even see defensive stats?
If you want to see steals and blocks per game,
where do you
make it seem like averages 2 and 2.
Where do you basically have a defensive stats? I don't even know what that is.
It should show like the best stat to be his
I don't even know how to check for defensive stats. Which one is it?
Yeah, steals and blocks. Where is he?
Steals is he's averaging 1. He's averaging 0.5.
So half a block and 1 steal.
And 2 steals. 1.7 steals. And then we'll now look at Luka.
That's alright. I bet Luka probably averaging like 2 steals.
Alright. Luka's averaging 1 steal, 0.2 blocks.
Doesn't need. He doesn't.
That
was What's Luka averaging the points per game?
It's probably a lot. Probably like 20,
like
28.
Like 30?
Probably like 28.
He's averaging like 29, 30.
Points is 28.7. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
9 rebounds, 9.
Honestly, he's almost averaging a triple double, and you have Jimmy Butler.
But yeah, no, I'm
just because
and one like factor, he's white, and he's doing this.
He's so bro. This is the modern day Larry Bird.
But the thing is, y'all are preaching to the choir. I agree that he's a better offensive.
He's a better player than.
No, he's not a better player.
Yeah, he's better than
Jimmy Butler's a top 5 defender.
Huh?
I'm talking about player. We didn't say
in what league?
No, he is.
He's a top 5 defender.
Name 5.
Look, after Kawhi is Jimmy Butler.
After
yes, I don't know who I'll take.
Kawhi and Drew Holiday. Who else are you really taking?
Nah, I'll take Butler over Drew Holiday. Bro, you are bad. This one will just injure 2 people. I'm gonna sit in the back.
He trick y'all, man. He trick y'all.
That's what I'm saying.
He trick y'all.
Bro, but like when as a defender, apart from maybe Ben Wallace, and he didn't even win Finals MVP. That is the last great defender I've heard of that really impacted his team defensively.
Kawhi did.
Okay, yeah. Apart from Kawhi, but you can't compare because bro,
Kawhi's better than Jimmy.
Bro, no matter how much stops you get, you still need to create. Mm-hmm. That's the thing now. Because if you put Jimmy Butler, you want to tell that Jimmy Butler is going to slow down Doncic the whole game.
I don't think anybody can. Like,
bro, do you know what makes Doncic?
But it's all about slowing you down.
But that's the thing, though. Do you know what makes Doncic so good? And I feel like he copied that from Harden. His ability to draw fouls. Mm-hmm. Bro, 2 minutes on Doncic, you're already on 2 fouls. Coach will tell you to go and sit down.
And the fact that he's able to do this at such a young age.
Yeah, exactly. And then he does it so slow. Like, bro,
but he plays at his own pace. He plays like Kawhi. Kawhi plays on his own pace.
That's why niggas are talking like the Mavs are not going to go anywhere. Bro, give that boy some years. With the way he plays, someone like that in the playoffs, you should be scared because he's not
afraid of the
like he's not going to play to your own pace. Mm-hmm. Once you give him the ball, let him set up. He's gonna set your best defense. You see him, he has the ball to his side. Let's some step back from.
Let the record be known that I love Luka. Like I think
you guys need to step back from Denton.
But please don't ever say you take Jimmy.
I would take Jimmy.
Yeah, now you get beat. You get beat outside. It's like someone saying that he will take Traore over Pepe. These are the kind of things that get.
Hold on.
Wait, that's what you said last week. That's what you said last week.
You still with it?
bro, one day you will go to enter your camp.
You
People
still
will beat you up. They tell you.
I guess what I mean.
They'll tell you I sent them.
What I mean by that is like who I want for the playoffs. Whenever I say who I
Nah, it's Luka. I mean, Luka hasn't played in the playoffs.
He's done anything in playoffs.
Okay, I'll take Butler.
Like,
would they even Luka
granted,
plays?
It depends on what Luka does this year. If Luka comes in,
it's not about what he does. I already know he has it.
I mean, we don't know that. We thought James Harden did.
When?
No. I'm talking about like he has that if factor. That's what I mean.
But it was just Chris Paul's hamstring, though. You have to stick in your head. You know I'm here.
I keep always.
It was Chris Paul's hamstring.
Okay, we've given you a week. Name one playoff series that's been impressive by him. I'm giving you a week now.
Bro, we've handled the OKC.
No.
Timberwolves.
No.
Bro, just because he didn't shoot a full contested three in someone's eye and the buzzer beater.
I want to see a 60-point triple-double in the playoffs. James Harden.
That's what you want. You can't even score 1 point. If they put in there's a 60-point triple-double. Why do you want the guy to kill himself? No, bro, I'm telling you that.
But that's one of the main things that people always say. James Harden just going all.
But that's the thing, bro. Nobody critiques any other player like they critique James. Why is he James?
But we do the same thing with Russell.
So why is he just James and Russell?
Because they do the exact same thing.
They go all out during regular season, try average a triple double.
Bro, I'm saying everybody should.
They don't have anything left.
Everybody should. Bro, they don't try hard to get. Okay, Westbrook tries hard, but bro, Harden does what he has to do because of the team.
You tell me
bro, it's just like Doncic now. Mm-hmm. You think Doncic will average a triple double if he had human beings around him? No, think about it now. Do you think anybody would average a triple double? Because think about it, you have to score. You're not only scoring, no. You have to assist the chimps you're playing with. And not only assisting the chimps, you now have to get rebounds. You have Kristaps Porzingis that is 7'3". He can't even stay healthy to save his soul. Mm-hmm. And he can't get rebounds. Who that big man they have? Norman Powell. Not Norman Powell, the other Powell guy. He's injured now. They even have Willie Cauley-Stein now. No, then how can basically your point guard be getting 9 rebounds a game? So every game he goes into, he's assured that he's going to get more than 9 rebounds.
And you can't even do anything.
Bro, triple double is one of the first stats to show you that a team is whipping.
It's lacking. Yeah, because
team is whipping.
There was a stat of like the last 7 years, how many triple doubles the person with the most triple doubles had. Mm-hmm. A few years ago it was 9.
Yeah.
Then niggas are now getting 42, 41 all of a sudden.
Yeah. I'll say in this era a normal triple double is like what, or like if you know like Draymond Green when you can get like a triple double but it's like 9 points.
No, yeah, his own is understandable, but that's also because of how the game is played. Exactly, now. But nobody is playing inside the paint, so everybody is shooting. So obviously now it's kind of easy to get not easy, but it's not as hard as it would be. But the thing is that
it's like a James Harden or Russell Westbrook.
I don't get
that's
it.
Like they're the only players that are touching the ball that whole game.
Curry out-rebounded Clint Capella.
No, he out-rebounded Tristan Thompson in the finals.
He also out-rebounded Clint Capella. For one, they should have sent Capella back to Switzerland or Austria, wherever he's from. He just send
Wait, which flag is that? Is that Switzerland?
Yeah, I think Switzerland is from.
Okay.
He grew up in an orphanage home in Switzerland.
Who?
Clint Capella. You send him back there. Let his real parents come and carry him. Because he doesn't deserve to even be in Houston. Curry. And even taller than Curry. Mm-hmm. And Curry was getting rebounds over Capella. So just look at the mismatch. Imagine there's a mismatch of Clint Capella and Curry in the paint. James Harden breaks the shots. And he can't even catch rebound.
Over a 6'4" guy.
6'3" with shoes.
Anything else?
That's pretty much it, man. I think I was about to say one last thing. I will say we have about how many weeks? 3 more weeks until the NBA is back, and Dwight Howard, who was even saying I'm not gonna play, is somehow already playing.
Oh, he's playing now.
He said announced yesterday. I'm like, okay, so
everyone's gonna come back.
I will say this Saturday.
He wants that shit.
That first Saturday that things are back is gonna be stacked. You have Miami versus the Nuggets, Jazz versus Thunder, Pelicans versus Clippers, Lakers versus Raptors, 76ers versus Pacers, all in one day. Well, Pacers, I mean, something where I guess we didn't touch on that we can just briefly say real quick is that Victor Oladipo's not playing.
Really?
He said that knee injury is still bothering him, so he said I might as well just wait, till next season to come back. So that pretty much has a Pacers.
Is it Bree or? Miles?
Bree and Miles? I think they broke up.
Oh, okay.
They've been broke up. I think that kind of just means the Pacers aren't gonna really do too much. Brogdon's not gonna do too much. And who's the other guy on their team?
Sabonis, Brogdon. They have T.J. Warren, Jeremy Lamb, I think. That pretty. Miles Turner. They have a pretty solid squad.
Yeah, they have a pretty solid squad.
Who?
Yeah, the Pacers. But they're not gonna do anything.
But
they've been good this season, low key.
But without Victor Oladipo playing.
Yeah, that Victor Oladipo is.
This would be the worst. Or
well, last season didn't they get swept? Yeah, they got swept by Boston.
Oh really?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, gentlemen.
How do you feel about a team winning their first title in this type of?
I don't think any team is gonna win their first title. Any team that's not has.
Really, the Clippers. Is there any Clippers?
No, I don't mean as a team. I'm talking about let's say James Harden and Westbrook win the finals. With no fans and all that.
So what happens?
Everyone wants to be.
It just depends on who plays.
So if Chelsea wins FA Cup now with no fans,
but that's just FA Cup. If it was Champions League,
it depends on who is there. Abi.
I think it depends on who's there.
Whoever can go to that parade now.
If LeBron's playing, if AD's playing,
I'm talking about the ideal situation is winning a title in front of your fans and all that.
I mean, we all knew the real season's next season anyways. This was always a stopover season.
But I'm saying, how do you feel these NBA players, the ones that haven't won a ring yet?
I mean, if you won against LeBron and Kawhi and all of them, all right, you won fair and square.
Yeah.
But if LeBron doesn't play, if Kawhi doesn't play, shut the hell up.
No, but I'm saying, how would it be as special to you?
It will. It should be.
It should be.
If you beat LeBron and Kawhi and Giannis to get to that ring, it should be very fucking special, in my opinion. It should be very interesting seeing next season though, because I know KD is coming back to reclaim his throne.
Why is NBC? So NBC didn't show Giroud's goal at all today.
They did.
They always start from Pulisic. Why were they starting from only Pulisic?
Well, they did that even for our last game too. That they didn't show the first goal. Captain America.
That goal was something. That boy is a terrorist, man.
That's where you guys messed up. You guys allowed him to be actually cold. When this guy becomes the best player in the Premier League,
you have to deal with it, and you have to deal with Pepe. That's enough.
Those will be the only highlights you see all season.
Pulisic and Pepe.
Huh?
London's best. Pulisic and Pepe. London. Soccer. Did you see soccer today?
Soccer is good.
That's enough for that.
The guy is Yoruba. What's your problem? This one will never. Even your Yoruba brother. You can't even.
I bet.
If it's tomato tomorrow. That's what they'll see. He says Tomori is better than Van Dijk.
No, Tomori's getting there. He's top 2.
Oh, you quiet, bro. Melvin, God, he was about to say he's top 2. No, Tomori is not better than this guy Mustafi.
My name is Aidina.
I'm Melvin Yagaku.
And we'll see you guys later.